you obviously know a lot more about it than me, and I'm like 4 years removed from it at this point because I'm actually married now. But and what they want to point out as well is there is hope for Tinder because guess what, folks? I met my wife on Tinder. Okay, now you could probably be like, oh, oh yeah, they just fucked, and then all of a sudden they caught feelings. It's like no, we like we met, and the funny thing is the way we met is so anybody who's familiar with the state of Wisconsin. If you're not, then whatever. So I was going to school in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and she was going to school in Eau Claire, which is actually where we live right now. And I went to Stevens Point, which is about the halfway mark between where I was going to school and where she was going to school. And she popped up on my radar, like on my radius or whatever for Tinder, because I was in Point. And yeah, we matched, talked for a little bit. And the funny thing is she ended up ghosting me after like a week or two. It's just like all of a sudden,
Really? I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, dude! I forgot I never told you this. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, we talked for like a week or two, and then all of a sudden, like you could just tell. Like at this point, I was probably almost like probably 4 or 5 months into like the Tinder and just like the online like talking to girls thing, and all of a sudden it's just like one day a little less talking, one day a little less, one day a little less. And I'm like, fuck, I know where this is going. Also, boom, nothing, no responses, nothing. And at the time, I was like, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I'm like, so I just like brushed it off and kept doing my thing or whatever. And it was probably like another week or two after that, she messages me on Facebook and she's like, "Hi," she's like, "I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Like, I know I ghosted you." She's like, "But um, I realized that like you're a nice guy and this and that or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." Like I was still kind of skeptical about it just because it's not the first time I've ever been ghosted by a girl. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, she came back, so at least she has a backbone to at least admit her faults and at least she's like interested in me. So yeah, basically at that point, um, at that point we talked. We'd like Snapchat, we'd phone call, we'd FaceTime about every day, and then after about 2 months, we actually like physically finally met. And then even then, we still didn't hook up. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like it's like Tinder has the reputation of just like, oh, like let's fuck,
Hookup app. Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be like that.
Well,
um
and it's